back. Woohoo! Hello, Go. How you doing?
Hello.
We're live on Twitch this time. We're twitching. We're Twitch.
Liking that.
Twitch TVing live.
You might be in the wrong thing though because you haven't got the chat.
I do need to sort out the chat. So I forgot to switch the chat on for the right chat because there is chat on that. That made sense. See what I did there? Skeet, said Theodorsby. I think I'm on the right chat now. How about you? You think I'm on the right chat? I think I'm on the right chat.
Yeah, that's good to me.
If I'm on the right chat, everyone just hit right. Someone is echoing. Who's echoing? Are you echoing? Am I echoing? Who's echoing?
I'm not sure.
It might be me because I'm not next to my microphone. Maybe I need to be like down here with my microphone. Hello. 1 2.
You've got a new boom arm as well, haven't you?
I have. I actually fixed. Look at this. It's a proper. Look, it's now all properly set up. Amazing, amazeballs, amazing. I'm well too excited about this. Right.
One thing that you can do with that type of microphone is at the back there is there's a pickup.
There's a button. It does things. Right. I'm not going to fiddle with it now.
If you turn the pickup to the absolute minimum, you'll never get echo.
Which
also, it will minimise the
gain.
The type of noises.
The gain. The gain. Oh, we turn the gain down. I can turn the gain down a little bit. How about that? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? How about that? Is that better? Right. Okay. Oh, serious face. So, TACCOM, are you ready for round 3?
Let me just finish this mince pie. I don't know. It's the day of the 13th colony or something.
I'd like to say that this stream is sponsored by Nurgle and Malibu and Coke.
Ooh.
And I thought that tweaked your interest there. This has been my wife said to me, "There seems to be a lot of alcohol going on since you've got your man room." And I was like, "That's just because I'm more relaxed."
Well, you just need to make sure that you're enjoying it, don't you?
I do. I enjoy the streams. Hey Bane, give
Dutch, why are you saying this?
Give Go a beating.
I love you, Dutch, but you're treading a line
Admiral,
here.
Commander, we have a problem.
How is the delay?
The Aegis relay that we use to outsource our jump calculations is malfunctioning.
I mean, I don't know if we've got the capacity to see that.
What's our effective jump distance?
It's difficult to estimate with just the onboard computers.
I don't think it's that big.
The red line extends beyond Helios Alpha, but we'd probably need an intermediary jump to get anywhere significant outside of the system.
This is what an ambush looks like, Commander. Find us a way back to Helios Gamma immediately. I want Daedalus under the cover of Ragnar's clouds before the Cylons
5 to 6 second delay, that sounds
Commander,
pretty
we're going
to
need more ships.
That's not bad.
Sinan's taken up yards 1 and 2 for the Jupiter-class Battlestars, and we're only prepped to crunch Manticores right now.
I don't know, maybe it's just that XSplit it behaves itself better with Twitch because it's more optimised for it, being that it's the largest streaming platform out there, and YouTube's a bit newer. Well, it's not newer. It's just less of an accomplished streaming platform at this point.
Well, there is an option on YouTube to do this ultra low latency, but we'll see.
Francis just spoke Welsh to me. Like, Nadolig llawn I chdi hefyd.
I have no idea what you just said.
See what he says down there? It says Nadolig llawn a blwyddyn newydd dda. It means Merry Christmas to everyone.
But let's push its fit out and training schedule forward.
Isn't that lovely? What a sweetheart. Futsa's got his own channel, by the way.
Manticore is awaiting your orders,
Futsa.
Commander.
I think I've done you in here, haven't I, with Welsh?
We suspect a satellite at Caprica Terminal may be the source of the Idris interference affecting our jump distance. I have the briefing packet ready.
Right. So, apparently... Oh no, we can't. We just have to go.
Colonial Fleet relies heavily on the Idris network.
Why am I speaking Elvish?
Actually, Viking accurate real-time locations and trajectory data of
Elvish
interstellar
is partially
objects.
based off Welsh.
The network is vital to our
at least
jump
in Tolkien's
calculations. Without Idris, we can't tell if there's going to be a planet-sized
because we're a mystical people with pointy ears, apparently.
We're gonna jump to
Cylons are
Caprica.
behind the interference of the Idris network.
Jump to
and using the
hyperspace.
civilians at Caprica Terminal as a human shield.
That means Wales forever.
Caprica has granted us operational access to the terminal surrounds. Galactica is still MIA, so there will be no Battlestar to save the day if the Cylons do show up.
The English
to recap,
also has a
we have to destroy
channel,
every
so check
Cylon
him
transmitter
out.
we
Check
find,
everyone out.
restore
Everybody
the Aegis
check
relay,
each other out.
and jump back to Ragnar, all without causing a single civilian scratch. Just another day at the office, right, Commander?
Exactly. Another day at the office. Right. TACCOM. Proceeding to a mission. We now have 3 Lancers.
Ooh.
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2.
Thalassa. I don't like the name of that shit. Can we change it?
I believe. I couldn't see a way to change it, so hopefully Viking will point that out
Caprica
next time.
terminal has been locked down, and local forces are en route to our position.
Yeah, a little bit.
Readings indicate there's definitely a bogus transmitter in the area.
Civilian lives are of value.
Oh, look, it's an enemy base.
Find and destroy any relay hijacked by the Cylons.
This is
You heard it, Commander.
one
Go blow
of
up
our
somebody's
bases.
satellite.
It's not an enemy base. Yeah, that's one of our bases.
It looks like it might be full of naughty men.
You always say that. Right, what I am going to do, just to make it easy, is we're going to always launch our squadrons. So all squadrons have been launched.
Apparently there was no echo. The stream audio was just coming out of Jed's phone. So after all that.
Just why? So we have some adamant classes now, which have broadside guns. You can see them there.
Ooh.
Very, very nice. They've come to reinforce us.
Let's zoom us in. I'm liking it.
Right, I am looking for orders. So this time we're going to try this again, guys. We're going to try this again. Okay. So first of all,
launch everything is the thing that
we've launched everything in. We've launched everything. There is only the satellite that we need to engage to the right. So this is the first ship, Perseus. Requesting orders, TACCOM. Requesting orders.
Okay, so it's the ship on the right, the Perseus, is it?
Yep.
All right, guys. What do you want to see the Perseus do? Do you want to see her turn left, away from anything that she's supposed to do, or would you like to see her turn left? Theodore's excited about the beautiful broadsiding potentials. Right, turn right. Spoiler alert, there's probably going to be Cylons. Yep. Today is a good day to die. Ramming speed. It's happening today. It's a good day to die. All 3 Manticores hard right is what they're saying.
Hard right.
Yep. Don't be so difficult. Just do it.
Say we
yes,
all.
dear. Sorry, Dutch.
Yes, TACCOM. All 2 Manticores proceeding to the right.
I think from now on, Dutch Eagle, rather than calling you Dutch Eagle, I'm going to call you Dutch Oven.
This is Adamant Reinforcement Task Group 1 from Caprica Station. Requesting orders, TACCOM.
Alright, so what do we want the Adamants to do? It looks like they... Can you potentially make them go vroom vroom faster?
Yes, they can boost, but they have a limited arc then.
Do we have anything to fire upon?
Negative.
It's been asked that they sign the Pact of Alliance with the Dominion. So I think here we are best to boost the ships in order to get into the combat zone more quickly. What does everybody in the chat think of that? Think that's a good idea?
Remember, guys, if you want to boost the ships, type boost, boost, boost into the chat. You're in control. TACCOM just has to relay your orders. You're the advisors for this.
Futz is of the opinion that we should all retreat.
Oh, the jokes are coming in.
I'm going to go to the Winchester and let this whole thing blow over. The second station can also launch Vipers, apparently.
Caprica Terminal. Let's see. I've got... Don't think... No, there's no controls on the Caprica Terminal.
Okay, so apparently there's a combat zone will be on the port side. If we bring them round on the inside of the station,
On it, Commander.
Turn them hard left.
Okay.
Is that what we're right? Crash the Adamants into each other? I don't think that's a good idea.
Ready to execute orders? Execute orders.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Draw them into the Chintoka system and let the Cardi ODPs have their way with them. Cardassia will not be used like this. Oh, look at those Vipers going out. Oh, that's awesome. Even from a long distance, it's cool to see the Vipers get launched.
This is the Perseus requesting orders TACCOM. Satellite that is causing malfunctions to the hyperdrive system has been detected and is within firing range. Do we have permission to fire TACCOM? Over.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, do you want the shooting to occur? I think the answer is probably going to be yes here. I'll see you later, Fats. Absolute pleasure seeing you. Thank you very much for wishing us all a Merry Christmas. It's really good of you. Yep, everybody is saying shoot the satellite. Hit them with the Windows Vista. Gold the Savior and Bane the Lucky. They're good ship names. We like those. Now, do you want to fire missiles is the question.
I think that'd be a waste of missiles, to be honest with you.
On it, Commander.
I think I would agree with you on that.
But it's not up to me.
Do we want to fire missiles, or do we just want to take this out with the guns?
So say guns, guns, guns. Bear in mind we have a limited stock of missiles, and there may be Cylons that might show up.
Naughty men tend to turn up when you destroy their satellites. I found out the hard way when I was facing off against North Korea.
Save missiles for later.
Save missiles for later. Yep. Okay.
Executing orders, TACCOM.
Send you a text. The Dutch wants to send him a text when the next Sins match is coming. Is Dutch Draconis, possibly?
The satellite is destroyed. We can leave Helios Alpha, correct?
Not quite yet, Admiral. Idris data is still compromised. I've got another
Apparently we're
candidate
going to
for
get
the source
jumped.
of the
I
interference,
don't want to concern
however.
you. Apparently there's another naughty satellite out there.
Jamming satellite. I would suggest that we send Vipers towards that one, as it's the Adamants probably want to relay with the rest of the fleet.
Yeah, I mean, you probably want to take them off their boosting now. Let them take it easy.
Well, they're still pretty far away from the fleet if they're going to engage.
Well, we don't know where the enemies are going to come in.
It's true. So, requesting orders. Adamant Viper Squadrons 1 and 2, requesting orders.
Okay, Blinky says use the Vipers. I think.
Okay.
Good call.
Yes, sir.
A lot of Vipers. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot.
Manticore's requesting orders.
Do you know, bizarrely, we've got 5 people watching over on YouTube. It's nothing but a splash screen telling them to come over here, but they're still watching it.
Okay.
So I just want to mention that because it amuses me a little bit.
So the Manticore orders.
All right, what do we want the Manticores to do, guys? Keep the Adamants near Caprica Station, English Den is suggesting.
Okay. Veering course towards Caprica Station.
Oh, Theodore. Rude boy.
Vipers are starting to head to the target. Not quite in range yet. TACCOM, emergency. Enemy
Sir,
contacts jumping in.
Contacts. Terminal broadcast isn't expecting any arrivals, so we have to assume the jumpers are hostile.
1, 2, 3, 4 contacts.
TACCOM, this is Viper Squadron Bravo. Launched from Daedalus shipyards, requesting orders. Do we engage new targets or proceed on target to satellite? Over.
I'm of the opinion that as you've already got 2 squadrons going for the naughty men, going for the satellite, I don't think they're going to be needed there, are they? I think they want to support your fleet. What does everyone else think? Blast them. Use Vipers to engage hostile craft. Other fighters specifically. Yep, there we go. Go for the enemy fleet and, as and when you can, target enemy fighters.
It seems like we can't give different Viper squadrons different commands.
Understood.
I could be wrong.
Okay, those guys probably want to continue doing what they're doing, don't they? The existing squadrons, because they need to destroy that satellite. One moment, guys. Bane will be right back.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
So, do you want the Manticores to open up fire with missiles?
Do we know
you can't fire with missiles. I'm very sorry, because we've got to verify any targets. So the Adamants are going to try and swing round, from what I understand from the orders. Is that correct?
Yeah, swing them around left. That looks about right.
Do the Manticores want to head at full thrust, or do they want to slow?
What's their firing solution like? I mean, how far can they broadside?
The Adamants or the Lancers?
Sorry, how far can they bow fire?
I don't know. I think it's this little sort of round the circle. See around them at the moment?
Okay. Yeah, I think you probably want to boost towards the combat.
Okay.
Let those two take out the satellite.
Yes, Commander.
Yep, that's what we're going to do. Notice the Vipers have numbers next to each squadron. This means they'll work as one. To make them work independently, you need to assign them to different squadrons in the pop-up menu. So that's how you can do it if you choose to.
Okay, let's assign group to Blue Squadron. See, new things I learn every day. Going back to the original orders, we'll target the unidentified ships. There we go. Oh, these guys are targeting the satellite. Okay. Executing orders.
Thanks for that, English gent. That's really good of you.
Hostile
Always
unit
good to get a little bit more
identified.
knowledge from people.
Interference is still in place, and it seems to be getting stronger. Commander, I have identified 2 more satellites showing potential interference.
TACCOM. We have identified a Nemesis-class cruiser directly ahead of our Manticores. We do have firing solution with missiles on it, should you choose to engage.
Well, 3 sets of missiles and also the broadsides. That looks like we might take her out in one. What do you reckon, guys?
So say we all.
Hey, Free Tanker, how you doing, buddy? Really, really cool type of stream. Very nice with viewer interaction. We try. We do our best when we can. Manticores kill the Nemesis. Manticores destroy Nemesis. Adamants can't shoot forward, only broadside. Don't make them charge in, as their armor isn't that strong against harsh bombardment. So try and kind of slew them off to the side, possibly. Theodore says pop him early. Can we launch Raptors? Is that a thing?
We don't do Raptors at the moment.
Okay, that's fine. All right, yeah. So everybody is basically agreeing. Let's just absolutely decimate that Nemesis.
Moving to offensive postures.
All hands on deck!
Boosting attack damage. Firing guided missiles at
Yes,
Nemesis from all 3 ships.
Okay, and those Adamants,
Missile
I think we're
tubes
going to have to think about what we want to do with them. Any ideas? What do you reckon, lads? Hey guys, you're probably already in the Discord, but Moobot's just given us a link to the Discord if you're not in the CGB Discord. Viking wants the Adamants to engage Talons. However, unfortunately, we don't know which are the Talons. I think it's probably fair to postulate, given that fighters have been released from the two at the back and left.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That they are the Talons. So we do need to get a little bit closer in order to engage. However, are we going to be able to in reasonable time? That's the question. I think that's probably a good course of action you've chosen there, Bay.
We'll send the Squadron 1, I guess, for the satellites, as planned. Okay, ready to execute orders.
Let's do this. Would you like Squadron 2 to specifically target enemy fighters? Because they have been doing.
Incoming missiles.
Missiles incoming!
Nemesis 1 has been destroyed.
Oh, that was quick, wasn't it?
TACCOM, incoming raiders. Raider prototypes are on way. We have 2 new identified Dradis contacts, 1 Nemesis class, 1 Talon class. Requesting orders.
Okay, well, the first thing to do with Vipers, we've already had some talks about our Vipers. Any Vipers that you have the capability of using that are spare, make sure you target the enemy raiders. And Bane doesn't own the reinforcement pack. Okay, we've had that confirmed. Good.
Yes, sir.
Talons have decent armor and a decent broadside. Best not to get too close. Attack from a ranged position is what's said there. So maybe we want to go for the second Nemesis with our Manticores.
Okay.
What does everybody in the chat think? Do we want to destroy the second Nemesis as quickly as possible? Have at least 2 of the right Manticores attack the other Nemesis. Perhaps we should go with all 3 of them. Yeah, Theodore's up for that. So we're going to go in with all 3, focusing fire on the other Nemesis. Your Adamants might be able to get into a position this turn, so they can attack one of the Talons, perchance, using the broadside.
Okay.
Attack the weaker ships first to cut their numbers. Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's basically what we've done, isn't it? Yeah, you're definitely going to need to turn off, aren't you?
Yeah, I will try and hit the Talon.
Have they got guided missiles?
Yes, Commander.
Yes.
What can they target?
The Talon.
Let's do that.
I'm not going to fire the missiles behind though, because there is a chance I can hit myself.
There is that.
But I will fire some missiles towards that other satellite. I'm actually going to take this one higher. Okay.
All right, let's do that. Adamant should attack the Talons. Yeah, that's what we're going for here. Good stuff. They're tech frigates and can ruin your offensive capabilities quickly, so best to destroy the Nemesis and War Divers as quickly as you possibly can. I can see that one of your naughty ships, what are they called? One of your Manticores is getting hacked now, so by that Nemesis. So, oh, looks like that satellite's down. Out for the count.
Okay. Okay, TACCOM, requesting orders once again.
Okay, well, let's take a look at that Nemesis and see what its health's at the moment and see if we need all 3 ships to continue attacking.
Currently has 45 hull left.
Okay.
So it's quite well armed at the moment. It'll be a while before our missiles have regrouped.
Yeah, perhaps all 3 are necessary to continue attacking. What do you think, team?
Thank you, Viking, for the gift. I believe Viking has just sent me the reinforcements back as a gift.
Oh, that's really sweet.
So I believe that's what's just happened because it gave me a pop-up. So
what a sweet. I'm sure a lot of you already know Viking because you're in our Discord. But Viking, he's a YouTuber himself, so check out his channel. And he's also one of our community managers over on the Discord. So if he pops up in chat, make sure you say hello to him.
Brace for impact.
Okay.
You can call him names as well. He likes that. Rain says keep attacking. Target any communications and logistics ships to blind them and cripple their ammo stores. Is the answer that we're getting. Viking says, "I will get you, girl."
So I guess we're still going for the Nemesis, are we?
It looks that way, yeah. Free Tanker says, "Destroy that ship before they hack the rest of your ships." Kiryu says, "I already knew about Viking."
Understood.
You see, you didn't know, Viking, when you agreed to be a community manager, that you're actually just here to take everyone's abuse, did you?
Okay, I think we've got everything set.
It looks like we've got 2 free Viper squadrons.
Yeah, they're going to now engage. So ending the turn.
The raiders.
Oh, look at that Nemesis taking fire now.
Bish bash bosh, as they say.
TACCOM, TACCOM,
like
Nemesis destroyed. Repeat, Nemesis destroyed.
Nice.
Requesting new orders for the fleet, TACCOM.
Okay, I'm a little bit concerned about your left-hand manticore. What does its frontal armor look like?
Left-hand Manticore, frontal armor is 42, right is 11, top 20.
Okay, I think you're going to need to turn it to the left slightly in order to try and avoid it soaking up any damage. What do you think of that, guys? What do you mean we can use Guller's armor in the next bloody boat game? Absolutely not.
So we do have a Talon to our rear at the moment as well, which is slightly worrying. But I would suggest, well, what do you want to do, guys? You guys let TACCOM know what you want to do. Tell Gull what you want to do.
Here we go. So Rain says Manticores go after the Talon in front of them. Do bear in mind that broadside, so anything that you can do to get out of that broadside range, or at least soak up using a different quadrant of your armor is a good idea. The adamants to engage the other Talon, so can we turn those adamants around in time to engage the other Talon?
Okay.
Also, let's not forget about our adamant's missiles.
On it, Commander.
Bring the adamants together and move kind of above and below each other like a wall of DPS.
They are already in that kind of formation, you can see there. So it should be good. The Manticores, to bring them behind, is going to be a little bit of manoeuvring fun. But, you know, not one for not accepting a challenge. I will do that.
The reinforcement pack adds 4 ships to the game, 2 Cylon and 2 Colonial, as well as different types of munitions. So there you go. That's what the reinforcement pack does.
Okay. Nice. I think we're going to try and come up, really, if we can.
Oh, and Moobot's reminder, just don't forget to follow us on Twitter for notifications of new videos. That's tied into both our Twitch and our YouTube account, so if any shindig is going down, or we'd just like to share somebody else's work, you'll find that we do that on Twitter occasionally.
I think this one needs to kind of boost past and get ready. And we're going to focus fire.
Oh, looks like Bay needs to take a moment out. Shouldn't be too long, guys. Oh, it wasn't too long at all.
No, not too long at all. Okay, we're going to end our turn here.
No joy, sir. Navigation data is still compromised.
I just want to confirm
They must
that
have
since
control
you
of
moved
the
into your
entire
new place,
Aegis system by now.
you have left your manual.
Not to mention,
right?
we've destroyed more Caprica infrastructure
very
in the last
rarely.
few minutes than the entire
So there will be a
Could
short
on a good day.
break in a little while.
We've wasted enough time. Commander, remove
As I
the
forgot, I
Cylon
have to
threat
quickly
from
do
Caprica
something
terminal before any more
for 5
lives are
minutes.
put at risk.
Okie dokie.
So I will let Gull. Well, I won't have a short break. Gull can carry on chatting about Battlestar while I quickly disappear for 5 minutes.
Okie dokie.
Let's have a look. So we've got ourselves in this position now.
Okay. Well, right now, your front Manticore, if you will, that's not of any use to you. So what can we do to get that back into the fight?
I think we need to take it off boosting, but we can, because the Talon is actually turned above us, as you can see. So we don't know which way the Talon is going to go, but I would suggest perhaps the guys might want to move to the left.
What do you reckon, lads? Manticore should nuke the Talon with guided missiles. Are they in a position to do so?
Well, if we carry on going straight forward, we can fire behind us, so it is possible. We'll
Maybe
see.
that's an idea.
Yeah, their missiles are ready.
Fire on you. I think it's only broadside, or primarily at least.
Understood.
Let's change the posture then to offensive. Let's go back. Let's fire the guided missiles at the Talon. And I'm just a bit worried about this ship here. Now, it takes us out of arc slightly, but I don't want to cause a crash into any of my other ships. So...
can it fire guided missiles while it's peeling off?
Yes. So, let us...
What about the Adamants? Are they in a position to get a firing solution on the other?
They are indeed, and they're about to go offensive. They can't fire any... Their missiles are still reloading at the moment, sadly, so they have one turn. But we can move them forward again and carry on firing. We'll put them into an offensive posture as well.
Action stations.
And we'll end the turn.
Okay. Are the fighters doing anything of use at the moment?
Yeah, they've just destroyed a group of raiders and they're attacking another one. Look at the missiles here pouring into that Talon.
Nobody likes the Talon.
So that Talon is pretty damaged. This one is taking damage, but it's not quite there yet.
We haven't really taken any hull points off it yet, though.
No, it is. Well,
we have. It's about half.
It's pretty badly damaged on the right and on the rear. So I'm guessing, guys, you want to follow it?
I think that's the way forward because at least it keeps us out of firing solution as well.
Okay.
Got to preserve our ships, haven't we?
So say we all.
I'm going to turn this one.
Hangar bay, thicker armor and far more guns.
Turn this one around. This one's going to keep ghosting because we don't actually know what is going to happen. I think that's pretty much all we can do at the moment. Just keep the battle going. Mind you, the Talon is broadsiding.
Manticore is taking damage.
It looks like we've got one Adamant that's going to have a really nice solution on the Talon. Yeah.
Oh, this could be bad. We probably want to get out of the way of this Talon or pass underneath it. One of the two.
Maybe.
I think that's probably the best bet. This Manticore is in problems now. We need to kind of get it to repair its subsystems here.
I think you need it to be out of firing solution, actually, really, don't you?
Is there actually subsystems destroyed? They're not actually, so that's fine. It's just its armor's gone. Yeah, it's a difficult one. So we're going to drop down below, I think. Forget missiles and adamants. No, don't forget them. We're going to fire them now.
Which Talon are you going to fire for? I presume one on the left?
Yeah, we'll do the same. We'll fire both sets of missiles on the Talon.
And I think you've got 2 squadrons of Vipers that might be free now, which could go for the Talon.
I believe they're all engaged in this. Oh, are they free? Do they have a target? No, they're all targeting the Talon now. They're all
they are, okay, because they were targeting the...
Yeah, because they've taken out the raiders. So we'll end the turn. We have some missiles heading away now. Oh, look at those missiles pouring in. And the berserks. Oh, look at this. That Talon is down.
Alright.
So one Talon down. One final Talon to go. We've had
She's
to do.
Not got much more about her, has she?
No, we've got to do a little bit. I'm guessing the guys will want me to follow up and just engage as best I can.
That wouldn't surprise me in the least.
We need to get this turn right without running into each other, because this is the tricky bit. It will show you if you're going to crash into each other.
Yes, Commander.
That's useful.
Yes. And then these adamants here, they're going to need to swing round and engage their broadsides again. In fact, I think we're going to have to boost this one here, guys. Remember, you guys do get to choose.
Yep.
There
if you
goes
think we're doing
one.
something wrong, let us know. Some good shots going in there.
I think it's case to closing for the kill now. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Well, I think the Vipers are going to hit it in the next turn. I think everything should just pile driver into it. That would be my initial kind of instinct, I suppose. Given that she's got such low armor, she's already taken damage from the rear. Giggity.
Okay. Oh, the damage. Another Talon destroyed.
Admiral
Crash
Kane,
bang wallop.
Caprican and
What a
Quorum
video.
representatives are on the line. They
Well,
want
we've
to know
done
about
it.
Colonial Fleet's
So we're going to have a
involvement
quick
in
break,
Caprica.
guys. I'll be right back, but
Divert
I'll
the
let
calls
Gull
to my
carry on
office,
talking on the stream. You will
And
see
get
me
us
in a
out of
second.
Helios Alpha, Commander, before I am forced to ground the data.
Sorry, guys,
And what
that's
I'll
pretty
do,
cool.
I will put it in C2. Actually, I'll leave it here because what we need to do is exit out the game apparently to accept. So I'll just exit out the game and we'll do the download of the reinforcement
Before we go
packs.
venturing into the cold unknown, might I suggest we update our fleet a little?
Sounds good.
So let's do that, and we'll be right back. So we'll be back with you'll just see a black screen now, guys, while Bane just accepts this, and then I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Now, I haven't got Battlestar Galactica, as many of you know, guys. I wanted to know, what time period is Deadlock set in? Is this during the first Cylon War? It certainly appears to be visually, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case.
Yeah, I'm coming now. I'll be down in a sec.
It's the first Cylon War. I thought it was. Okay, good stuff. I mean, there's not all that much in the fluff, or at least in the more recent Galactica, about the first Cylon War. I know they did. Was it Blood and Chrome? But that was a fairly short-lived series. There wasn't really much to it. And they also tried a series called Caprica, which it wasn't very successful. A lot of it was quite esoteric. It was about kind of virtual reality and kind of what created the Cylons. Quite interesting stuff. But it was fairly short-lived. Any of you watch Caprica or Blood and Chrome? Either of those? Sorry, we're going to have to just have a chat for a little bit. I didn't mind Caprica. I must admit English. I didn't mind Caprica, but it felt like it was very teenage themed from my perspective. I think I'm not an old bloke. I'm only in my 30s, but nonetheless, I think you get what I would call a teenage drama, and it was very, very popular about 5 years ago or 4 years ago to have these teenage dramas. I'm just trying to think of good examples, which I'm not going to be able to. And they didn't feel like they carried the weight of seriousness that Caprica was trying to go for in the core of its storyline. What makes an artificial intelligence intelligent? What makes it a life form as opposed to just a machine? And try to do that during the same period as a teenage drama and having all that kind of, you know, do I love him, don't I love him angst, it just turned me off a little bit. Kira, you discussed a Galactica reboot with Zombie during one of the Cylon Wars, either JJ style or more a series. I think a Galactica movie would be really interesting. I think it would be very hard to convey the stresses and strains on the crew of ships of that nature in a short movie. But I do think it would be really cool. I mean, I love the visual art style. I love the sound design. I love the music in the 2004 Galactica series. And with a larger budget and perhaps a little bit more use of cinematic effects, I think it would make for an amazing movie in space. It really would. Huge fan of Star Trek when I was younger. So when I learned about Battlestar, I immediately began watching it. However, my mum walked in during the first episode during the sex scene with a blonde robot. And you never watched it since? Do you know what? Convince your mum that's not what it's all about. Seriously, maybe. Was it... Maybe Matt? Yeah, maybe Matt, I think. Yeah, talk to your mum about it. It's not all about sex. There's not a lot of sex in Battlestar Galactica, really, in the great scheme of things. I mean, it's nothing compared to it's nothing compared to any HBO series. It's more about survival and stresses and strains and how war, suffering, misery can change a person, and it's fantastic and it's really interesting. The 2004 Battlestar Galactica series, I would recommend to absolutely anyone. Okay, Theodore would like to talk about Discovery. Oh, good. Yeah, Viking's right in what he says. I have answered this quite a few times because naturally being a Star Trek mod producer, people do ask me a lot about Discovery. And do you know what? Cinematically, it's interesting. Thematically, it's not bad. Episodically, it's reasonable. There's good progression. There are things in the sound design of Discovery that I absolutely adore. When they're walking around within the ship and you hear modern sounds interspersed with the old beeps and bloops from the original TOS. That I love. I think that's fantastic.
Hello.
I really do. Here's Bane. You haven't just stuffed your dinner down, you horribly, have you? Are you going to get into
like a garbage truck, like.
I knew you would have. I just knew it.
It's because I care so much about the stream. My wife gave me a look of.
We've just been talking about a couple of things. We just had a discussion about Caprica. I don't know if you remember watching that.
I do.
Yeah, I think we kind of come to the consensus that it was a bit too teenage drama-y to carry the same weight that the BSG 2004 series did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it tried to deal with some really serious themes about AI and what makes a being alive, while at the same time doing the whole "oh, I love him, he's so dreamy" thing, and it just didn't work out, in my opinion. We've had a very, very brief discussion about whether we like Discovery or not. Now, this is actually something that's really good for Bane to weigh in on.
No.
No, I think it is. I think it really is, because you, like, our mod team is... I'm actually, like, I suppose I'd call, almost in every situation, I'm a moderate in our mod team, aren't I?
I would say so.
Yeah, I'm usually the voice of reason, weirdly, considering I'm so unreasonable. But yeah, I was just saying, there's a lot of things I do like about Discovery. But you, Commander, like, on the whole, venturing into the you're a bit of a fan of it, aren't you? You
might
really
I suggest
do like
we
it.
Update our fleet a little.
Yeah,
I can draw up all the plans you want.
I quite like
but you will
Discovery.
Still need the
It's a good,
of the colonies to turn
good series in my eyes. I understand why they had to make some changes. I understand the Klingons had to change it because of that whole disagreement between Paramount and CBS. And I accept that, you know.
Provided us requisitioning power.
Is it a bit more dark and gritty? Yeah. Did Star Trek need to be more dark and gritty? Probably a little bit. You're talking about space. You're talking about war. So, you know, I felt overall, and I liked Star Wars: The Last Jedi as well. I actually felt that Discovery was more true to the
We can't talk about The Last Jedi in any detail because I haven't seen it yet.
No, that's fine. But I just said I thought Discovery was pretty true. I liked all the little references to Star Trek. I felt it was Star Trek. You know, a lot of people say it's not Star Trek. I don't like the fact that people like to compare it to the Orville because the Orville is pretty different. So you know, yeah. When I say pretty different, at the end of the day,
they're both stuff in space.
Seth MacFarlane is a fan of Trek, and he's made his own version of Trek, and that's fine. But it's not Star Trek technically because it's not got the Star Trek title. It's not set with the Federation. So, but it's good. So, you know. So I like both, but I try not to compare them because I don't think they're the same thing. That's where I leave it.
Well, I'm happy to talk about the Orville. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I haven't seen an episode I've disliked. But one of the reasons I like the Orville so much is because of nostalgia. It brings me back to that 1990s Next Generation Trek feel. And should we not be moving forward? Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. I really do like the Orville. I like the characters. I like the development that they've had so far. It's great. But we're doing Battlestar Galactica at the moment, so let's do that. Here we go. We've got a Berserk.
So I just kind of need a guide, really, from the team on what they want to build. So you guys have the choice. You can either, if you want an adamant, then type adamant. If you want a berserk, then type berserk. If you want another manticore, type manticore.
The English chat just says, get a berserk.
So
just to clarify, Viking has said that I'm not a big fan of Star Wars. I like Star Wars a lot more than I like Star Trek. Just to confirm that.
Okay.
In fact, we've discussed it several times that I'm surprised that I ended up making a Star Trek mod rather than a Star Wars one.
So we've got berserk and an adamant coming on. Now, I believe... Is there an area where I can change my ship names? That's the thing. The Tower are concerned. Everybody's concerned. Caprica's steadfast. These are unstable. These are concerned. There's a Cylon presence there.
I'll tell Tauron to calm down. They're all gangsters.
They're all a bit.
Anyway. They're all gangsters anyway. Probably because it's more fantastical. Maybe that's why I like Star Wars more overall. Possibly because I came into more contact with it when I was a child, so I have warmer, fuzzier feelings about Star Wars.
Right, we can change the names now. Go.
Oh, we can. Good.
Yes.
Let's talk about ship names. How many ships are we going to have?
We've got. We can change. I think we can change pretty much. We can't change the Daedalus. That's got to stay. The Lancer, the Perseus, and the Thalassa. So all of these three can be renamed.
3 ship names to go for. There were some I liked earlier, but I've since forgotten. So let's discuss that. Yeah. So a lot of it is due to the fact that I liked Star Wars a lot when I was a kid, and. I think Bane often says that Trek is science fiction, whereas Star Wars is science fantasy. I'd agree with him. Oh, in fact, the English gent has exactly just said that now. right as we said it. And I like the fantastic element of it. I like the fact that it's not believable. If I'm going to read a fiction, I want it to be a fiction. I don't want it to be possible. Because the most wondrous thing of our imaginations is that we can see the impossible come to life, and that's what Star Wars does. There are bits of it that I don't like. I think they need to settle down with the old super weapons thing. I think that's played out now. But apart from that, sorry, Bane, I'm just jabbering away.
That's all right.
We got Spooky Kumquat. I quite like the idea of that one. Does it fit?
We can try. Yes, Spooky Kumquat has been named.
Love it. Anybody else got any names? Viking Warrior would really like the Astral Hammer to be one. Astral Hammer is the name of one of our ships in Helion at the moment.
Astral Hammer? We've got one more ship that can be named.
Yeah, we've got one more ship, guys.
Hi, Raiden.
It's Raiden.
HMS Gull
is stupid. No, that definitely won't fit. We can't write that.
HMS Gull is...
Bloody write it!
It fits.
If it fits, it sits. Okay, that'll do. You can actually see
Without
the names
accurate
on the
data from
side.
Idris,
I didn't know
we're
that.
stuck relying on these old onboard computers to calculate our FTL jumps.
Oh, you see, now...
Luckily, I think I've found us an out.
Wiener.
There's an abandoned
Gent,
colony
what are you
halfway
saying?
between Alpha and Gamma that isn't registering much activity. It should be a relatively safe jump.
USS
As long
Eagle,
as we're
always a
careful
nice
with our
one.
data, we can take the data list from there to Gamma and
USS
back
the
home to
Gull's
Ragnar,
Revenge.
hopefully without collecting any moons.
One of these
along
days
the
I'll have
way.
my revenge. I'm still trying to convince Bane that he wants
Without
to play
accurate
armor
data
against
from
me again.
Idris, we're stuck relying on these old onboard computers to calculate our FTL jumps. Luckily, I think I've found us an out. There's an
Are you ready
abandoned
for our
colony
next Armor
halfway
3
between
adventure,
Alpha and
Bane?
Gamma that isn't registering much activity.
Am I ready for what,
It
sir?
should be a relatively safe
For our
jump.
next Armor 3
As long
adventure.
as we're careful with our data,
Yes.
we can take the data list from there to Gamma and back home to Ragnar, hopefully without collecting any moons along the way.
Bellatrix, is that Gaulish? Perhaps, Curio.
So, we have our ships and we have our base. We're deploying.
Fleet group is jumping
I
in
took my
3,
guitar.
2, 1. Multiple
Those
contacts on
fracking
Dratus, sir.
humans.
Records show there hasn't been a Tauran presence out here since the war first broke. We can safely
Sure,
assume
while
any
everything's
Dratus
deployed,
contacts out there are hostile.
Most of you have watched
Blast us
Battlestar
away
Galactica
home, Commander.
2004, with the exception of maybe Matt. Sorry, buddy. Who is your favourite character and why, chat? Get telling me who your favourite character was in there, and then I'll tell you about mine afterwards.
Oh, look, it does. Astral Hammer. HMS Gull is stupid. And Spooky Kumquat. Okay. So, TACCOM. Hostile Dratus contacts to the front. Daedalus is currently launching all squadrons.
Excellent.
Manticore is
Exactly
awaiting
what we
orders.
Okay, so do we have any enemy Dratus contacts? What's the mission, first and foremost? I didn't read anything.
Clear the Cylon presence from the Cocolus mining colony.
Okay, so it looks like there are 2 enemy ships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think the one-by-one way of doing things seems to have worked very well so far. So what do you think, guys? The blonde lady was your favourite? I can't imagine why, maybe. Soltai, nice. Followed closely by Apollo, and then Gaius Baltar. Interesting. Caprica 6. Sorry, guys. We should probably concentrate on the game so Bane can take his turn. Otherwise, he's going to get mad at me. He's got that disgruntled face going on. So, do we want to focus on the target on the left or the target on the right? That is your choice, chat. Daedalus in defense mode, launch all Vipers, full ahead with all Manticores. We're closer to the target on the left, Bane, so I suggest that we go for that one.
Roger that, TACCOM. Boosting
Understood.
all Manticores towards targets.
The English gent doesn't appear to like Apollo. There's something very nice about Boomer. I don't know what it is. Widen demands ramming speed. Okay, remember you can tell me why you like these characters as well. Even if it is smutty, I'll just accept your answer on face value. Apparently both targets are going to launch raiders, so perhaps we need to do something with our fighters about that.
Okay.
So perhaps one squadron against one set of raiders, the other squadron against the other. Don't worry about telling us what things are, Viking. I don't think we need to know so. Boomer is hot, I agree with you. She's very, very attractive. And not only is she hot, she's quite cute as well, which is nice.
Understood.
Seeing a lot of Daedalus and Apollo, and I can only think about Stargate. Yeah, fair.
Okay, we've got targets locked. Manticores are still going to boost, I guess, towards the targets.
Yeah. So, being as we know, because Vikings told us that these are both Talons, we want to try and avoid the broadside.
On it, Commander.
Roger that.
Maybe, Matt, I'll be brutally honest with you. It doesn't matter what age you are. There's a lot to like about an attractive blonde lady who is getting her kit off on film. It's very difficult not to, isn't it, Bane? I'm sure you'll agree.
No comment.
So say we all.
But yes, we haven't got a solution to fire missiles yet, so we can't do that. Still focusing on the left-hand ship, always good. Now, my favourite characters, and this is actually from a character perspective, in Battlestar Galactica, were Chief, who is kind of like an engineering officer, if you will. I really, really liked him. I think he had a very interesting arc. I don't want to talk too much about it because some of you might not have seen it, but I really, really liked Chief. And I also liked, oh, Gordon Bennett, what was his name? That'll come back to me in a minute.
I'm still waiting for orders, by the way. I'm kind of guessing here.
It looks like you're doing the right thing to me, to be honest with you. You're focusing down on that left-hand target, ensuring that you've got a firing solution.
Hostile unit identified.
When it comes in. Chief Tyrrell, yep, that's right. Oh, God, there's that kind of rebellious guy who ends up with Boomer. Well, Athena.
Commander, multiple new Dratus
I
contacts.
can't remember his name.
It appears someone really doesn't want us leaving Helios Alpha.
Oh, hello.
We have new Dratus contacts. Repeat, new Dratus contacts. And they're right next to Daedalus. Requiring orders, TACCOM, requiring orders.
Okay. How close are you to severely damaging that ship? The one that you've been
Not
focusing
very, but we can fire all our missiles at it right now.
Let's do that. Let's stop boosting for this turn.
Is that what the everyone's saying?
This is my opinion, and I'm going to see if people agree with me.
Okay.
I would actually take it slow, go into attack
Yes,
mode,
Commander.
slam all the missiles into the side of it and kill it in one, and then turn around next turn to face the new threats.
Okay.
What does everyone else think?
Yes, Commander.
Dispatch the Astral Hammer to defend the Daedalus while launching missiles against the Talon closest. So yeah, effectively that's it. Just smash the Talon and then turn around immediately.
Okay.
Biden's a bit concerned about your base. He says the Daedalus isn't very strong, so turn around as quickly as you can.
Firing solutions updated.
After you fired the missiles. Dump missiles at closest Talon and turn around. Yeah, okay.
Missile tubes prepped.
Daedalus can not take a beating. Has a lot of health,
Action
but bugger all of
stations.
any armor, so it'll take health damage almost immediately. So yeah, everyone's effectively saying, look after it if you can.
Okay. Activating.
Hostile unit identified. Missiles
Luckily, it looks like
incoming!
the stuff behind is coming for your manticores, so that's actually going to do you a favour, as opposed to the other way around.
Actually, I would say it's probably going for our station.
Oh, are they? Have they turned around? Have they?
That's it.
What are your Vipers doing now?
They are currently... Let's have a look. They're currently engaging Raider squadrons, which are nearly killed. So I think that's not worth pulling them off at the moment. If it was me.
English Gent says, oh yeah, important note, when you go back to the map, make the journey to Ragnar to permanently anchor Daedalus Station. It can't be attacked there. If you lose that station, you lose the entire game, so it's worth doing.
Okay.
Full power back to the station, says Raiden. He really wants you to look after it. Daedalus is armed, but not very good.
So I'm
basically
basically...
engaging until the raiders are destroyed, and then leave one squadron to assist them to dispatch the unit.
Okay, so we got the Astral Hammer is making full burn.
Okay, good.
This Talon has taken heavy damage, but our ships will probably need to swing round.
Yeah, from the looks of it. You might be able to keep a reasonable fire on it, given its direction of turn, with the closest.
So say we all.
Well, the one that's further away from it, I should say.
Yeah.
Because you can just turn it immediately and it can continue firing. Fingers crossed. See what happens, won't we?
Okay. Still requiring some orders. One Viper's that the Raiders have now been destroyed.
Okay, so what do we want to do with our Vipers?
I would yeah, what do I need to... Well, yeah, what do we want to do? Do we want to go for the Wounded Raider, perhaps? And with the other one, send them back to defend?
Alright, guys, you make this choice.
Send them to cover the station.
I think Raiden's right about this.
Okay.
Because I think, you know, we can take all the time that we need to mop enemy ships up. Whereas if we lose the station, yeah, we do lose the game, so got to be aware of that. I think we're in a pretty unfortunate position with the two of our Manticores that are still there, because they could get broadsided quite nastily.
I have no choice but to engage, sadly. No missiles yet. One more turn till we can find missiles. So we do now. Funny enough, the right armor is gone, so we could take more damage, and the left armor is at 54. So we need to really be on this right side, but I don't think they're going to make it easy. So it may be worth us flanking.
They've turned away, so
it may be worth flanking with this Manticore though to try and hit it on the other side.
Maybe. If you go straight through between those two, you're not going to really take any fire either, are you?
Possibly.
Send all fighters to protect the station with at least one ship. Looks like you've got one group of fighters that's still going for the enemies behind.
Yeah, that's because we ordered them to.
Okie dokie. I can't remember what we did.
Okay. Well, I'll try and bring this this Manticore around to start getting around the side of this one. And we'll bring this one
so say we all.
a little bit around, see if we can get some good fire.
Sorry, gent. I apologise. Oh, we've got the Vipers going in against it. That's actually going to do some damage to the...
Permission to fire missiles? TACCOM? Do we have permission from the chat?
What do you reckon, chat? Do we want to fire the missiles, or do we want to save them for the other target? I think it's worth us knowing the health of that Talon.
It currently has 18 hull, and its right armour is decimated. This Manticore here has a really good firing solution on it.
Now, do we think that we can do 18 damage just with guns in one turn? When taking the Vipers also into account.
Its rear is down as well.
Okay.
So if we can drop down behind it, there is a possibility, but...
What do you think, guys? Do you think it might be worth us firing missiles on the other target to start softening it? Or do we want to fire it at the target that's already damaged?
It's dead without missiles.
That would be my initial thought. So can we focus guns on it while targeting the other one with missiles? Is that a
Yes.
thing?
Understood.
What do you reckon, guys? Do you think that's the best course of action here?
On it, Commander.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, people are going with that.
Missiles away. Talon 1 is destroyed. TACCOM, Talon 1 is destroyed.
I'm a little bit concerned about that group of raiders that's been pecking away at your ship.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, I've set the Astral Hammer to begin attack and fire missiles on nearest nemesis.
Okay. How's the Daedalus looking? Is it going to survive?
Daedalus has taken quite a bit of damage. Its hammer is currently down. We are initiating repairs on it.
Well,
we will obviously take it to Ragnar Anchorage to dock it.
Hide it forever.
Hide it forever. So, Spooky Kumquat requesting orders.
Okay.
Should we come down to the right, or try and get behind it? So we can either coat in the right armor, but
I think coming into the right is a good idea because
that does take us into its broadside, though.
Well, if you do hard right and then turn the ship left, that's going to come in behind it theoretically, is it?
Yep.
What do you reckon, guys?
So we could go like that.
It's an idea. Try to get in behind it, says Blink It.
Okay, and then goal is stupid. What do we want to do with that? We can try and, like, again, swing very hard right to get our guns to bear. Or we can loop back around to the left.
What is goal is stupid looking like from a health perspective?
Very badly damaged on the rear and on the top, but it is currently going to probably get shot in the rear if we don't turn it right.
Yeah, so I'd turn it into the right and move it upwards as well. So its bottom armor takes the brunt of it.
Okay, we will change its posture as well into a defensive posture.
Action stations.
Raiden says hard right, yeah.
Okay, activating movements.
Manticore is taking damage.
She's fine. Everything's fine.
So that's the other part of the battle. Missiles and Vipers are now closing on the Nemesis.
Or at least one of the Nemesi.
Or now the Nemesis. I think there's not really much we can order them to do at the moment.
No, they just need to keep attacking, don't they?
Yeah. So Spooky Kumquat again, we could go around behind and try and get in that rear arc.
Seems to be working. How is our group of Vipers doing against the Raiders?
Currently have 16 Vipers, with a whole of 15 versus a whole of 31 Raider squadrons, so not doing too great.
Well, we'll see what happens, won't we? See, I don't know if Vipers are better than Raiders. That's something that I'm not aware of. spooky kumquat always goes in from behind.
We're now in a good position behind the Talon. So we are closing on its rear.
It looks like that Viper squadron of yours is absolutely getting chewed up.
It does appear that way. So we may lose our Vipers there. So we can reposition Goal is Stupid into the rear arc as well. Do you guys want to do that, or do you want to continue pushing forward in case he turns?
Ooh, that's the question, isn't it, guys?
Or we can go hard right, so we could go here, come under below again.
It allows you to maintain a firing solution.
Have Goal ship assist the Vipers is another option.
How good are they going to be against?
Well, guns are guns, aren't they? I suppose.
Ultimately, I suppose.
Let us know, guys, what you want us to do. We're going to either have Goal is Stupid. Underneath reduces weapons hitting you, says Raiden.
Excuse me. Well, I think you're going to have to make that good old executive decision, aren't you? Yeah. Use the tactics that you think are right.
Oh dear God, we're taking broadside again. We do have the ability to fire missiles though, but if we continue on the course, we will hit that Talon. So we need to...
perhaps bank hard left.
Or bank just... Oh, I don't know, that'll put us in a bad position for next turn. We might have to...
Try just going up above it.
There is that as well.
Yes,
do that.
sir.
Or below, one of the two. They said below you take less gunfire damage, so... Is your top or bottom armor better at the moment?
On this one, we're pretty good at 44. The ore ship is a little bit broken. Yeah. But we can fire missiles, so we will fire guided missiles.
Talons can take a battering from the side. Attack from the rear is better as it's weak spot and it can't shoot you.
Okay.
Manticore is taking damage.
I think we may have just taken one of the Nemesises out.
I will have a look. There is indeed a dead Nemesis. Let's unboost this. Let's see. Can we get this? We can fire guided missiles on this
Commander.
Nemesis.
Well worth doing.
Let's try and bring her around.
So say we all.
Apparently my ship's not broken. They just installed new windows. But those are a structural weakness, don't you know?
Well, we don't really have much choice movement-wise because of our banking at the moment.
Its left armor is nearly down. That's something to note.
On it, Commander.
Let's try and pull over to one side.
Manticore is taking damage. Squadron has gone dark.
I mean, we can pull you out by boosting away. There is another option.
I think you might have to.
Should note that the raiders have now destroyed our... What do you reckon, guys?
Oh dear.
On it, Commander.
Looks like we're in a pretty unfortunate situation here. I'd boost the gal out.
Yeah.
Manticore is taking damage.
Focus on the raiders as well would be a good idea.
Yeah, but it's currently focused on the raiders, but it's still taking the... Look at that broadside smattering it's taking.
Subsystem repairs are complete.
Unfortunately, that Talon can really turn.
Pull both back towards the station to regroup is another option.
So regrouping at the station, yeah, okay, we'll head that way.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Let's have a look what's happening over here.
And pull those Vipers back to attack the raiders, otherwise they're going to eat the ships alive.
Okay. Right.
Manticore is taking damage.
I think if we try to pull out, we could be risking, but we'll give it a go if people want that to happen.
I think it'll work. I think it'll be okay. Given that it appears to be turning right at the moment, you're not actually going to take any fire.
Manticore is taking damage.
Are our missiles ready? That is a good question. We'll find out. Our last missiles are ready. They're firing.
Understood.
It looks like you're going to be under the guns of the station soon, which is good.
That is indeed the plan. Looks like the Nemesis has been destroyed. The Astral Hammer has actually killed both Nemesises. So well done, Astral Hammer.
Yes,
well
sir.
played.
Manticore is taking damage.
Oh, I'm hoping our own Manticore shouldn't get hit, but you never know. I'm going to boost the thrusters here.
On it, Commander.
Oh, no, you're fine. Loads of room.
Loads of room.
Loads of room. The English gent says it might be worth changing the station's posture to offensive now.
Okay, we can do that. We'll do that in the next swing. Offensive granted. It does look like we've been victorious over the Raiders. So we'll send the Vipers.
Squadron target is confirmed.
I'll boost our thrusters.
Apparently you just put it in defensive and not offensive.
Oh, did I? My brain not working.
It was already on offensive from the looks of it.
All hands on deck.
Oops. There we go. Corrected.
So that's our fault for not checking.
I'm going to keep retreating your ship, I think. And then I'm going to... Probably the wise course of action. The Talon is coming towards us now. We'll turn around the the spooky kumquat and prepare to engage.
Yes, Commander.
Hey, Lorendal. How you doing, my man?
Okay, I'm going to end the turn.
I think it's just a matter of kind of just
seeing it
holding
through now
for the time being until it gets into a decent position, isn't it?
Understood.
More missiles are going to be fired. Many, many missiles have just been launched. I think this is going to be the end of the Talon. I really do.
I hope so.
We're closing in, guys, for that kill.
I'm good, Lorendal. I'm good. Having a bit of an interesting time here.
Look at those missiles closing in. Oh yeah. Victory!
All Dratus contacts are clear. We are go to jump to Helios.
So let's replay that battle. See how we did.
See the Ragnar clouds again. I don't think I've had more than 4 hours of
and then Twist, the base star jumps in.
We aren't safe yet.
That would be highly
I want
unfortunate.
the Daedalus in Helios Gamma before we're attacked again.
Yes, Admiral. FTL drives are spooling. Commander, we'll jump on your word.
Oh, there's raiders. There's our first batch of Manticores. And those Vipers, glorious Vipers. Poor station get hit. More missiles being fired at our station.
Says the cinematic camera isn't always on point. Sometimes you get some weird angles. Perhaps not, no, but I do quite like the fact that they're making every reasonable effort to, I suppose, have it look like it comes from BSG. They liked doing these kind of like shaky camera angles, where it would zoom and, well, zoom in both and in and out quite suddenly. Quite appreciate it.
Oh, look at that. Certainly was a battle.
Looks like it was the station that finished the second nemesis off.
Yeah, indeed. Ray just chasing your ship down there.
Shouldn't be allowed. How dare they?
Vipers have got a new target and it's called the Talon.
I really like the Talon's design. It's attractive shit.
Oh, we're just observing this bit where we will be fighting again in a second, Lariana.
Lariana, yeah, we're just watching a match that we've just finished. We'll be going back in again, and you guys are once again going to be the guys that tell us what to do, within reason.
Look at those missiles impacting on the Talon.
Given that it's Christmas, do you think it's reasonable that I have a third mince pie?
I think it's absolutely fine. So that was the mission, guys.
Nailed it.
Took a bit of damage. The Astro Hammer was not destroyed.
Caprica is unacceptable.
No, Astro Hammer actually did a really good
this
job.
War, we need offensive forces out there actively repelling these Cylon incursions. Commander, small strike groups may suffice for scouting, but to defend the colonies, we require full capital fleet groups led by officers of Colonial Fleet. I recommend you recruit experienced officers to provide strategic oversight to our fleets.
Sir, one of McKinley's officers survived the attack on Python.
Let's get Ragnar
we could
anchored,
recruit
shall we?
them to help aboard Daedalus. Once an officer has been recruited, they need to be assigned to the fleet group they will oversee.
Okay.
This officer is experienced enough to be promoted. Hand them their new badge, Commander.
I will. Promote.
As they become more experienced, officers can choose to focus on fleet-wide tactics or bolster the strength of their personal flagship.
I'm trying to remember why you have me on fire. What other games do we play?
The presence
we play
of
a lot of
colonial
different
fleet
games.
officer at a colony will encourage
We
the
are
local
the model
governments
authors of
to
Star
pay
Trek
their
Armada
Chilean
3, which
stipend.
may be why you started
didn't
following
create
us
the
initially. A
articles
lot of
just to
people
have
did
them
for that
ignored.
reason.
Commander,
We play a lot of
it is
Empire
your
War
job to
mods.
keep the Daedalus well-resourced and the 12 colonies defended.
I play a little bit of Dragon Age.
I have other business to
played,
attend to. Lieutenant Agathon will brief you when
I'm not doing that over the
commands.
Christmas period, but once Christmas is over, I'll be carrying on with Dragon Age. What else do we play? Do we play stuff? I've never played computer games in my life.
Where's the Ragnar anchorage? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Where does Ragnar Anchorage live?
Oh dear God, we've got another mission straight away because we had to end the turn. Which is not ideal. Literally just put us into the battle without really any choice. So I guess we're going to be fighting again here. Three Draedus contacts on the right hand side.
Big white planet on the far left of the map.
On it, Commander.
Okay. Well, as soon as I didn't really get much choice, it's a trap. It's a trap. It is indeed. We're going to have to fight this one, unfortunately, because I literally had no choice but to. A fleet just basically appeared right on me. So, yeah.
I'd stick close to the station for the time being, just so you can utilise it as additional defence.
We could do. We got 3 targets so far. The problem is we can't stick too close because we do have to move.
On it, Commander.
So I'll just wait Launch Vipers, stick to the station. I mean, I could make them go around in circles. Or just turn them all around and we'll go around in a giant circle. Until the enemy... You
guys don't think this is a story mission from the looks of it. This is just a rando. See, I'm not seeing any fighters coming out of those things.
No, so I'm guessing there might be Nemesis classes.
Yes, Commander.
How's the game so far? Debating on picking it up during the Steam sale. Looks pretty good from my perspective. I'm not the one playing, admittedly, but it looks pretty good. What are you enjoying it, Bane? Is it worth?
I think so.
Squadron target is confirmed.
I'm going to send the Vipers in, but guys, you are still in control of this, so you need to give me orders in a second.
Mm-hmm. Let's get some orders going. Are there any enemy Vipers that appear to be on the field? It doesn't look that way, does it?
Nope. But my ships are drifting out of position. I will try to bring them back around. For now. And then, guys, you need to give us orders. We are not playing this today ourselves. It's all on you.
We're not.
Although it looks like we're playing it, we're not.
This is the 2004
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Art style, but it's theoretically it's set in the first Cylon War, so blood and chrome basically.
TACCOM, we've detected 3 Nemesis.
2 Nemesis, 3 Nemesis.
Requesting orders.
Hey, Draconian. So what do we want to do, guys? Do we want to attack one Nemesis specifically? Left, middle, or right? Have the Vipers focus down one of the Nemesises, missiles on a second, and then gun down a third? Is what the English is what was that Blinky says. Raiden says, "Don't forget your missiles."
Okay.
Theodore says, "You want to kill them."
Understood.
You want to kill them, don't you?
And have the third one. So I'm focusing the turrets on the third one. You said. So go is here as TACCOM because I can't concentrate on the chat as well as giving commands at the same time.
Also because you'd miss me if I wasn't.
Also, I enjoy having you in the streams. Okay, I think I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm hoping so.
Understood.
Just out of interest, what's your station doing? Is that on offensive mode so it can start firing?
Do you know what? I completely forgot to put them all on postures. Isn't that bad? So let's do that now. So we want to be on. Do we want to be on offensive? I'm guessing.
Action stations.
As
I think early on we may as well.
We might as well. So okay, posture to the offensive. Posture, offensive. Currently, the station. Is focus firing on the nearest one because that's the only one probably in range. So I think I've done that right.
Looks good to me. Vipers on the closest target, middle on the closest flank.
Missiles incoming.
What you say, Draconian? I don't understand.
Manticore is taking damage.
So our Manticore just took a heap of damage all to its bottom. It's lost armor. Its hull's down to 48. That was the Astral Hammer getting hit pretty hard there.
Oh, what do we want to do with the hammer? Is there a way that we can ensure that she doesn't gain any more damage to her? The enemy's missiles have gone. The station is no longer under threat from missiles.
It does look like this our Nemesis is about to go. If we keep hammering that one, it will probably explode if we stay above it. And this one is also damaged. This one not so much damage.
Yeah. Well, perhaps the hammer should be moved down to ensure that she doesn't take any damage from underneath. Moving forward.
Okay, guys, if you think the hammer needs to be moved down, type down in the chat. Let us know.
Raiden says drop him to the floor. Drop it like it's hard. Kiryu says, you could say the astral hammer, puts on sunglasses, got hammered. Yeah.
Down, down, down. Is that your final orders, TACCOM?
Looks that way. Looks that way. Lorenia thinks try and flank around with one of them, the one on the left, presumably. Got Vipers going against the one. I mean, I'm not sure how much use flanking is in this game, because it's from what I gather, I think focusing the same piece of armor with all your ships is actually better. They're on ramming speed.
2 Nemesis destroyed, TACCOM. 2 Nemesis destroyed.
Nice.
Requesting orders from the stream.
Oh, that's a fantastic achievement that you got. You just got an achievement called Nothing But the Rain. That's from one of the BSG episodes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you hear, Starbuck? Nothing but the rain. Love it. Right, so what do we want to do with the ships now?
So we could boost
one enemy.
this ship here.
Yes, sir.
Or we can go normal, which gives us a little bit less maneuverability. A bit more maneuverability, a little bit speed.
Rain says get the Vipers back to base.
Okay.
Lorenia says ball up and smash them. Blinky says kill it. And Lorundle says in that case, all ahead flank speed.
So Viper squadrons are returning to base.
I think that's just in case something else turns up.
Okay.
Which, yeah, doesn't seem to be a bad call to me.
And so all ahead flank speed. So this one is going to be moving down
Understood.
and firing. So I guess that's pretty much it. Let's end the turn.
Smashy, smashy time.
Look at that.
Oh, she's not enjoying that.
I'm just going to finish up because I think the guys are just going to say keep going.
Yep, I'd agree. They'd like to ensure that the Astral Hammer gets the last hit. Yeah, definitely did. I saw it.
There we go. We'll watch the replay of this mission. It's not a very long mission. We did spin round, right round a few times. That Viper just flew through the station. Good work.
It's kind of their thing.
Nothing but the rain, sir. So I think that was a successful mission. Well done, Fleet Admirals in the stream. You've been superb.
Oh, it's making me want to watch the show again. It genuinely is. I'm gonna have to dig it out.
Is it the music?
Hmm?
Is it the music?
Maybe it's the moonlight. But I'm actually not listening to the stream because I'd be able to hear our voices, which would infuriate me somewhat.
But the music is so good. Oh, it's very BSG-esque. This is where they all launch their missiles. The poor Astral Hammer gets hammered.
I'll step away for a second there. I've had about 13,000 text messages. Do you all want to go away? Stop it!
Didn't you know the Vipers are equipped with the Pegasus cloaking device? So we've got to now get out of here. And this is Ragnar. So we need to jump. And where are we jumping to? We want to head to... Well, how do we get there? I guess we want to go to there. Or can we go right to there? Or we can get to Libran. Let's go to Libran. So that gets us to
Frigate
Libran.
is ready for orders.
And then we want to jump. Oh, why not? We want to transfer that. Let's just transfer it to Fleet 7. And we want to jump to Ragnar. Confirm jump. Right. We established orbits over Ragnar.
Very nice. Okay, so how do we drop it off now? Then is the question.
Can we unassign him? And can we assign him to Fleet Group 7? So we have some new ships actually. We can't, unfortunately, because he's not got enough experience yet, transfer the 3 corvettes over, but we do have our other ships. Now leave that down stationary and never move it again. So our fleet is currently made up of a corvette, a carrier, and a frigate. Are we all happy with that?
No. I don't know what the other options are, though.
Well, we need 2 more ship names. So, guys, TACCOM, we need to christen these ships. We've got the Hyperion on the Kronos class.
Oh, we've got 2 new names for ships. Liking it. There you go, guys. I've sorted out what I'll be doing over the next couple of days. Little image link for you there.
Democritus is 1.
Democritus. Ooh. Build a berserk.
We've got a berserk. I will build a berserk. And we need 1 more name. The second... Well, it's up to you, Goal. You choose.
Ooh. Let's see what are the choices that we have so far. Second order Mark 45. Bane the Lucky. Well, you haven't got a ship named after yourself, actually. That's a fair point. Let's have a ship. Let's have a ship for you, Bane.
Okay.
I think Bane Smash is going to be the name of the ship.
I've got one.
Oh, what you got? What you got?
Bane Hammer.
Oh, that'll work.
Or even better, let's change that actually. Let's do 40k thing, Bane Blade.
Ooh, very nice.
Very nice. So Democritus, Bane Blade, and Astral Hammer in a fleet.
Sorry, Boingo says, let's have a ship named after you. That's not what I said.
This
I
Aquarian
swear.
research station has been under Cylon surveillance for a while now.
One of those accents.
Despite that, the scientists have been working out here for years and are refusing to leave. Clear out the Cylon spies before they change their mind and decide to blow it all up.
We can also purchase some torpedoes now. So, but I'm guessing we want to build ships. So, what are we building? What are we building, guys?
What are the choices that we have? Run us through them, Bane.
So we've got the Adamant frigate, which carries a squad of Vipers and 20 guided missiles, and then we have the Berserk Stars, which carries 10 Vipers. I don't know what else is good about it. Looks like
its front armor is weaker. Looks like the Adamant could take more of a smashing. Let's just go back up to the Adamant again.
Yes.
So maybe we need that just to take the damage.
But the Berserk seems to have more guns on either side.
It does.
So there's like 5 guns, as the Adamant has 4 guns.
So it's tank versus assault, really, isn't it?
Vikings says you need to be at Scorpia. Well, let's build one of these, and we'll go from there. Why do we need to be at Scorpia? What's going on at Scorpia?
This Aquarian research station has been under Cylon surveillance for a while now.
Don't question it.
Despite that, the scientists have been working out here for years and are refusing to leave. Clear out the Cylon spies before they change their mind and decide to blow it all up.
You're saying there's a Daedalus bonus if we get the Daedalus, but will we get attacked if it's at Scorpia on its own? Whereas if we're at Ragnar, we won't get attacked, apparently. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. We can be at Scorpia.
Wow, what's happening at Scorpia?
Apparently, that's where we need to be.
In general?
Apparently.
With the Ragnar Anchorage station thingy.
Keep the station in Ragnar.
Stop arguing with each other and come to a conclusion. You're driving me mad.
See, this is what happens. Cancel jump. I'm getting confused. No, they aren't, and yes, for Ragnar. So, it's so confusing. Scorpia brings you in good city resources and speeds up construction. Scorpia shipyards are over Caprica. Keep station in Ragnar. So confusing. We've got 2 missions though.
This Aquarian research station has been under Cylon surveillance for a while now. Despite that, the scientists have been.
I want to go over here.
Aiden, thanks so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Thank you for being so active in the chat. We really, really appreciate it when guys jump in the chat like this. It's been fantastic having you here, and I'm sure I will see you in a future stream.
I guess we're going over to Norcratis. Okay, Daedalus is needed to be at Scorpia, and Scorpia shipyards are at Scorpia. Right. So Daedalus is needed to be at Scorpia. I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to leave it at Ragnar for now, and we'll debate that after the stream. And I'm going to jump these guys because you guys can debate that in the chat.
Yeah. You argue in your own time. We've got some stuff to do.
I'm going to start jumping my fleet around.
Fleet group has its coordinates.
I've got 3 turns at the end of the day, all right, and I don't have time to mess around. What we got? Helios Gamma, Helios Delta, Aquaria. That's where I'm going.
Do we have to do a mission?
Yeah, that's what you got to get to. That's where I'm going to now. So this is our mission. We're launching.
Is it the age of Aquaria?
All you need is an officer and a ship over Scorpia.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's resolved that for me.
Right. Well, I need my officer in the fleet also.
The quorum is bickering. That's who you are. Of course, you're not simply tactical officers. You are our quorum. There's more than 12 of you, but.
It's been fun.
Prepare to jump in 3, 2, 1.
I'd love to get more Battlestars built.
Hostile Dratus contacts all over the station, and no local forces
Apparently
present.
You gain no benefit
Go
from
be a
having
hero,
Ragnar
Commander.
Station over Ragnar. And apparently the Ragnar clouds are over Scorpia rather than Ragnar.
Right, okay.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a Google search once the stream is finished.
And then we can decide. So I think we need to... What do we need to do, guys? You give us the cards.
Well, we can't see any enemies at the moment, so... hey, look, a research station. Do we need to blow it up?
No, we need to defend this station.
We need to defend it.
Yep.
Right, guys, what do we need to do? Let's stop talking about where Ragnar is or is not, and discuss what we need to do right here, right now. This is an emergency situation, and I need the quorum to help. Right now.
It's our lovely adamant Democritus.
I really like the fact that they've basically peeled off a little bit of the Galactica and be like, all right, these engines, they look like the Galactica, stick them on there. It's good, actually. It's a really good art style, and they've worked very hard to be
surround the station. Defensive formation around the station. So I'm guessing we're going to have to sort of boost our thrusters then to get over towards the station. So
I reckon it'll be one turn or two, and then the enemies are going to make themselves known, aren't they? So.
Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. So say we all.
Naughty men always make themselves known.
They're actually coming towards me.
Well, the naughty men are.
Yeah, they're flying my way. We'll continue to boost forward, though.
Yeah, may as well try and get as close to the station as you possibly can. Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. That's aliens?
They are closing on me. I don't have the speed, I think, to outrun these guys. Okay, Goal's gone very quiet.
I'm here. Sorry.
Come on, Tatcom. Tatcom's getting distracted.
I was clicking on things. You know how it is. Well, they're still a ways from you, aren't they? You may as well just continue boosting to the station. Don't think you're going to take any fire yet. The Berserk needs to be kept at range, apparently.
Understood.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll bring the adamant underneath it, and I think I'm going to swing, if you guys agree, the Manticore around for now.
Yeah, I mean the Manticore's no good to anybody.
I mean, I don't think the research station actually has anything that we can. We're not far from it, so we might as well engage. Let's stop boosting our thrusters and let's bring our Berserk.
Yeah, where are the rest of your Manticores?
You couldn't fit them in the fleet.
Oh, you're only allowed a couple, are you?
Yes.
Okay, it might be worth sending your Manticore on ahead so you can actually identify targets in order to...
Yeah, I will do that now. Well, I can actually send my Vipers in as well.
Oh yes, do that, yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm guessing these are just normal normal Nemesis classes because they're not launching any fires, so...
Yes, Commander.
Lariana says recon shuttles, maybe? I didn't even know they were a thing.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
We have a Nemesis class detected, over. Awaiting orders.
Lorendell says, hit them with a massive broadside.
Hit them with a massive broadside. Okay. I'm going to try and do that.
Do we have missiles available?
We do.
Missiles on their way.
It would be my suggestion that perhaps we hit the one on the right with the broadside from both of the broadsiding ships. Use the guns from the Manticore on the one on the right as well, and fire missiles on the middle one. Don't know how everybody feels about that. What do you reckon?
Well, you only have one set of... Oh, you want to use missiles? Well, isn't it better to destroy one target?
Yeah, so if you use 3 sets of missiles on the middle...
We don't have 3 sets. We only have 2.
Oh, blimey. Oh, my.
I will fire... I'll go with this. Oh, that is getting torn up. That is there by the berserk.
Missiles incoming.
Wow, that berserk literally just went berserk on the enemy. See what I did there? That was good, wasn't it? No?
I loved it.
Right, TACCOM. What's our orders? Come on, stream.
Come on, stream. Tell us what you got. Raiden Jags says yes, go. I think I think it takes 3 turns to get more missiles. Which is correct. Needed sunglasses for that joke.
On it, Commander.
Told you, boy. Berserk is good. It is good.
Action stations.
If you want to keep the Berserk at range, make it fully offensive. It looks like the Adamant is the one primarily taking fire at the moment.
Yeah.
Would it be wise for us to put it into defensive mode, or do we want to stick with offensive? That's a question I think is quite...
Well, I think if it's in offensive mode, we're going to do more damage, and this Nemesis will likely go down. And they've fired their missiles now, so...
That's true. I think 2 sets have hit the Adamant, haven't they? Were the Adamants insanely OP previously? I'm not really sure.
So it does look like our Berserk is ripping it up. The Adamant probably needs to turn now because it is taking a beating here. So that would be my suggestion.
Berserk full offensive at range. You can mix the Adamant with the Manticore now to go on full attack. Yeah. But yeah, I think that turn's going to be the wisest manoeuvre for you. What's going on with that Manticore? It doesn't seem to be doing much.
Right, well the Manticore we can bring down. We can focus fire. It's focusing fire on the wrong ship for one thing, so that's my fault, guys. I'm very sorry. Let's put it into offensive because I think it can wreck this Nemesis now. And let's try and sail here. Right, I think we're there. That Nemesis is about to go down.
Everyone's saying that you definitely want the Berserk in offensive mode if it's at any range at all. Otherwise it'll just miss everything.
Yeah, the Berserk has already launched its fighters. It is in offensive mode.
Yeah, the fighters are doing their thing.
It's currently in offensive mode.
Good stuff. And the Vipers are kind of doing their thing. They've just helped kill that Nemesis, haven't they?
Yes. So target and destroy one ship at a time. Okay, well we're going to keep trying to do that. I can fire guiding missiles.
Missiles on their way.
Okay. Let's see how this plan works out.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that...
We've got missiles coming in towards our Adamant now.
Objective is still online.
Oh!
Good work, Commander.
Good work, Commander. Well done, team. Let's have a look at that replay. That was quite an interesting battle.
That wasn't too bad, was it? That wasn't too bad at all.
We probably could have engaged them earlier, if I'm being honest with you.
Hey, Lucknar, how you doing, my man? Admiral Lucknar.
Bring the berserk in closer, says that English gent.
Lucknar's just tagged me, but he hasn't told me what he's wanting to tag me in. Hey, there we go. Watched World of Warship stream on YouTube. Why does Bane use a Nazi battleship all the time? Possibly because those battleships are pretty damn good.
I actually only played the Tirpitz right at the end. Pretty much all the way through it was different ships. So I only played one German ship.
I mean, if he's watched my streams, I tend to use the old...
Shiny Horst.
Yeah, I use the Shiny Horse quite a lot. I think German battleships are just good ships that suit my playstyle. So that's why I tend to use them. I'm trying to go down the Russian cruiser line, but I'm struggling with that a little bit because you have to be accurate and you have to not get shot. Both of these things are things I cannot do.
Yeah, I don't play just Nazi Germany ships all the time, though, or German fleet ships all the time. I am currently working up the British tree, actually.
What are you up to right now?
The Monarch, which is Tier 8.
Tier 8, nice. I'm not saying I'm the most left person you know, but I'm probably the most left person you know.
Those Vipers just hammering home. I think we're going to call the stream here, though, guys, because we've had a long stream. It's been... we've done about, what, 4 hours, is it?
God, has it been that long?
It feels, yes. It's now 7:30.
God, I thought I was about to piss myself. Now I know why. I thought I was just getting old.
But we will continue this at some point, because I've really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed having you here, Gull. You've been a brilliant TACCOM commander.
I'll do my best. Apparently, you after the mission at Scorpio, you get Mark II Vipers. So that's going to be something for the next stream, I think. I'm not old, Gringo.
What a mission. Well done, guys. So, blueprint-wise, squadrons. So, I don't know where we do that. I know we can requisition things. Already have that. Maybe it's under intelligence. I don't know. You guys, I'm sure, will tell me at some point. Because I can't see. I can see torpedoes that you can purchase, but I can't see any squadrons yet.
I think you need to do the one at Scorpio first. Some kind of mission there.
Make sure to put on Twitter when you guys stream BSG Deadlock again. We will do. But we're going to call it there.
I mean, we always shove stuff on the old Twitter when we go live, regardless of whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. We tend to have a notification. Oh, excuse me, death. There it is.
But it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed streaming today. And this new room, this new house that I've moved into, gives me the opportunity to stream more often. So it's quite nice, and earlier as well during the day. So it's been good. So thanks, guys, for joining me. Thank you, Gull.
Oh no, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You've been awesome as always, buddy. And yeah, this is Gull and Bane, I guess, signing out.
All right, guys, have a lovely evening, and thank you so much for watching.